Welcome into LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax. I am Max Bretos, and this is the show that gets you up close and personal with all things black and gold. Center back Aaron Long joined LAFC ahead of the 2023 season, brought with him a decorated career. Former MLS Defender of the Year, was with the U.S. men's national team at the 2022 World Cup. He also brings a local connection. He has family who lives in LA, and he was raised an hour outside of the city. Aaron Long, the subject of our one-on-one, presented by Flex. Aaron Long here, joining your hometown club, coming off a World Cup effort in Qatar with the U.S. men's national team. But in your words, to get to this point, you took the road less traveled, a second-round pick in MLS in 2014. Take me back there, and could you have even seen a year like 2022?
At that point, no. It was so far away. Getting drafted, it was a dream come true, and at that point, you're looking to go into the club situation and just try to make a name for yourself and just try to get a debut, just try to get minutes. So to blossom into the player that I've become, and to be able to have the honor to say that I was with the U.S. men's national team at the World Cup in Qatar, yeah, definitely wasn't on my sights or on my radar at the time.
I like the word blossom because you were a late bloomer, and there's a lot of folks, specifically in U.S. soccer, that go through that path. What advice would you give to someone that is coming into MLS?
Yeah, I think believe in yourself. You never know when that opportunity is right around the corner. And I know they always talk about that, and it seems cliche, but for me, I was told no quite a few times by different organizations and different coaches and different staffs. So for me, the belief in myself, the will to keep going until I did get the right opportunity and did get the right coaching staff and the right club to believe in me and give me the opportunity to shine. So just stick with it. If you believe in your heart, you're good enough. You are.
I know you were mentioning you were playing at USL, and that was a 9-month a year, so you had a gap. What did you do to make ends meet to continue your professional aspirations?
Yeah, so I played USL I went on loan a little bit my first year in the league. Then I played a full year at USL, and then I did play another half year with Red Bull 2 before I signed with the first team. But yeah, those USL seasons are like 9-month contracts. They're not 12-month contracts. So for the other 3 months of the year, I would come home and I would work construction. Just to make a little bit of ends meet and help the family out, get some Christmas presents around, you know?
That's really good lad.
Yeah.
But and then as you're moving along this path, it's hard. She said, no shortcuts. When did you know that, okay, I'm on the right track now. I'm getting closer. I can see it. I can see the light to where I want to be.
Probably halfway through my first stint with Red Bull 2. I was training with the first team a lot. They signed me to a first team contract halfway through that year, and then they debuted me in their Champions League fixture in the middle of that year. I had a good talk with the coach, who was Jesse Marsh at the time, and he told me what he thought of me, the vision, and I could see the path, and I agreed with it. And next year, going into that team as a starter, after being a USL player for the last 2-3 years at a big organization, a big club like the Red Bulls, I think that's when I could finally see myself and see the path to the player that I wanted to be.
As a footballer, we know that's the pinnacle. What would you say to yourself? What were the reactions to you and those close to you about being able to say, I'm a World Cup player?
Dream come true, first and foremost, and I think just realizing how big of an honor it is to be a part of that brotherhood and a part of that process, and how special it is to say that you were part of a World Cup, because it's not something that every player gets to do, and it's something that we all dream of, so I don't take it for granted.
What does excite you about LAFC? I mean, what did you see from afar that said, because you were obviously an in-demand player, saw you from far in addition to being in your hometown, but said, on the football, soccer side, this is important to me, this is where I want to be?
Yeah, I think the club's aspirations to win is huge to me, because I want to win. I think the quality within the locker room and the quality that these guys have on the pitch is amazing. Some of the players in the locker room are extremely talented. And again, I think the opportunity for me to come home and play for a hometown club and be close to my family after being, 6-hour flight away for so long, and now having them at my luxury and having my kids be able to know their grandparents and be able to play with their aunts and uncles and cousins, like that stuff is priceless. And when you live across the country for 6 years, you kind of realize that, and how much you miss home when you come home for the holidays and how much you don't want to leave. And so it was the perfect storm.
Well, I would say this, because this is a very cosmopolitan team, players from all over the world. They haven't had that local tie-in, so this is really important, your presence alone. And
being able to maybe make those connections in the local community, which you could be a real asset to.
Yeah, take them out to some of the old spots, the old stomping grounds, getting some good food, some hidden
Mexican
gems,
food.
some hidden gems. Yeah.
What's the burger go-to for you as a SoCal guy? In-N-Out or?
It's got to be In-N-Out. Yeah.
Right.
When you I tell the guys from the East Coast because they come here and they don't love it like we do. I think it's just a pastime for us. That was like a celebration when you get to go to In-N-Out as a kid. After a game, after a win, it's like, okay, we'll go to In-N-Out. It's like, it hits different, for us. So yeah, it's definitely got to be In-N-Out for me.
You mentioned a lot of stuff, obviously being close to family is paramount. That's very important to you. What did you miss outside of that you're now getting to bathe over and you're back in?
Oh yeah, there's so many. Good Mexican food.
Yeah. Oh.
They don't have it on the East Coast, man. It's tough. Good salsa. They don't know what salsa is over there either. It's a different world. We got fresh salsa at the training ground now, every day, red and green. Amazing, man. Living the dream.
What does it mean for your community? People from your neck of the woods have got to be pretty proud of what you've been able to do, and now bringing it back to Los Angeles where friends, family, whoever they are, can come see you and participate in this next chapter with you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know all your friends and family are watching, and people that you went to high school or college with are always watching, but coming home now, the amount of messages I've received and saying they're going to come watch a game this year, and again, just the opportunity for those things to be able to happen now, friends, family, alma maters, whatever it is, just I'm so happy to be home.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax, Gareth Bale takes us back to Cardiff to share how his Welsh roots shaped the person he became. LAFC Weekly is presented by CarMax, official used car retailer of LAFC, by BMO, official bank of LAFC, and by Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax. Everybody remembers where they were when they heard the news that Gareth Bale was coming to LAFC. I was coming back from vacation. I was in the immigration line at LAX, took a quick peek at my phone. I know I shouldn't have. There was the email. We were in business. Bale, one of the biggest stars in the world of football/soccer. In his home country of Wales, he is the #1 athlete. And for all Welsh athletes who reside in the long shadow of English sport, it's important to carve out that identity when you can. Gareth Bale, our classic club moment, presented by Remitly.
I was born in Cardiff, a normal kind of childhood. My parents still live in the same house that we grew up in. A place very special. It really feels like a family city. Everybody really tries to push in the right direction, to do the right thing, and yeah, we're all trying to help Cardiff and Wales grow on the world stage, and yeah, it's a good place to be. Well, I haven't been here for a while either. How are you? You okay? That's good. That's good.
Incredible.
No, that's good.
Absolutely incredible.
No, it's good.
Hey.
That was an old one. Definitely me. It's gone so quick, the time, literally. We were saying the other day in Wales that I've been playing for Wales half of my life now.
I said earlier, the memories you give it's just, it's not incredible, it's beyond that.
Yeah, no, it's,
But
yeah.
and for these lot, they just know success.
Yeah.
You know, all,
They're spoiled.
They think
They're
you're going to get to a
spoiled.
World Cup all the time now.
They're spoiled,
You're
they
going to live up to this now. Everybody else coming after you as
no
well.
pressure. Well,
No pressure, you lot.
My name is Gwyn Morris. I'm head of physical education at Whitchurch High School in Cardiff. What Gareth had with the football was that vision, and I keep saying that good players make other players look good. I know he liked the dribble with the ball, and I know he liked And sometimes you say you're two-touch only to pass the ball, but it was just the quality of the passing, the timing of the passing, and the decision making. And of course, it's just been fantastic to see his career develop and flourish as it has.
Are you okay? I know.
Well, the memories he's given us as Welsh nation is just absolutely incredible, and I can't thank him enough for that. You know, I've had moments with my kids and my family that is priceless.
I feel what makes our country so special is the pride, the passion is very unique in this country. I think we're obviously a very small country. People kind of, in a way, write us off in terms of sport and other things, but we always come fighting back. We wear our national flag with pride, with passion, and we really do turn up, and we turn up on the big occasions.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax, we go inside the success of LAFC's homegrown players. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax. Before LAFC kicked a ball, before there was BMO Stadium, before they lifted a trophy, there was the LAFC Academy, a foundation stone put down in place from the very beginning with the hopes of finding mostly local talent here in Southern California that could make their way to the LAFC first team. Well, that is happening now. The machine is working. And for those players who started from the beginning, like Eric Dueñas and Diego Rosales, they have a closer connection to this club than anyone else. This is the Academy Report, presented by Stater Brothers.
Having homegrown players says a lot about the strength of the soccer in our city. I think it also gives our fans another reason to get behind our team, but also the fact they've grown up through our academy. They identify with the style and the way our teams play. There's a dedication to the club because they've grown up through the club that you wouldn't find by purchasing a player from the outside. I love Eric's story because he was here from the beginning, the very first team, but he also had his challenges. You know, he's not the biggest guy, and he fought for everything he got. He was a starter for certain seasons, was a reserve at one point, became a starter again, and slowly started to dominate the academy level. So it's great to see someone that, you know, had the ups and downs in it. They're going to be able to deal with the rigors of being a professional. And I think, as everybody's seen so far, he's been unfazed by, you know, being in that environment already. And it was very clear to me the first time he stepped on the field, he felt very much at home. He had been coming to matches as an academy player. His father was a part of the 32-52, and he's got stories about sneaking to get close to that as well. And, you know, so I think he was, you know, feeling it, you know, more than any academy player I think we've had so far. Diego has been a part of the academy from the beginning. We always knew his quality. Diego was always a captain of our academy teams. He was always a leader. He's played big in big games. Diego's just always taking advantage of opportunities. So when he got opportunity to play with the second team, time to train with the first team, you know, he was always a guy that showed no fear. He stepped up, and again, has now the experience to be able to sustain a long career. having those players get to the top level per se, the beginning of a top level here, has made the goal seem attainable to the rest of the academy players. I think now you see the under-12s, the under-13s coming to matches and watching, and there's a player that they've seen just a year ago in our training sessions, on our fields, a part of the academy, wearing the academy gear. I think it just makes them even hungrier, you know, and the fact that we're training right across the street now, where they can see the building, that those players have gone from the training pitch to our performance center, just makes it like it feels reachable to them now.
Coming up on LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax, we take you inside Eldin Jakubovic's journey to LAFC. LAFC Weekly is presented by CarMax, official used car retailer of LAFC, by BMO, official bank of LAFC, and by Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved. Welcome back to LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax. Eldin Jakubovic is a goalkeeper who joined LAFC ahead of 2023. He has made some appearances for the team, including an unforgettable one against Monterey Bay in the U.S. Open Cup. He also brings to the team a wealth of knowledge and experiences, which he shares with his teammates, young and old, every day at training. He's also a really good dude. Eldin Jakubovic is our player profile, presented by Rockstar.
Hello everyone, Eldin Jakubovic here, the goalkeeper from LAFC. I'm from Switzerland, from the beautiful city from Zurich. I started football when I was 6. My first professional contract was with 16, with Grasshoppers Club from Zurich. 2012, I moved to England, to Hull City, spent there 5 years. I spent there in the Championship, I spent in the Premier League. 2017, I went to Leicester City for another 5 years. And my last 6 months in Premier League was with Everton before I came and signed with LAFC. I got few of my favorite saves in the Premier League, especially with Hull City in the FA Cup against Arsenal. We played 0-0. I had one as well against United away, Old Trafford. I had a lot of great ones, but them 2, 3, they were my favorite ones. One of my favorite goalkeepers is for sure Van der Sar. I grew up watching him, and of course Mr. Buffon, but I have to go with Van der Sar. I grew up watching him. He was a tall goalkeeper, he played for great clubs. I liked his style of playing. I was trying to learn watching him, to try to be the same as him. Of course, that's not possible. My generation, there are a lot of good goalkeepers older than me. This was the time when Van der Sar was on his best, and he was one of my favorites. How I prepare myself for a game. I like to be chilled, I like to be fun, I like to laugh before games, enjoy what I'm doing, the most important. So how can I describe myself as a goalkeeper? I'm very relaxed. That's my thing that I was all my career. I can be loud during the games, during the training sessions. I'm enjoying every day what I'm doing. When I signed for LAFC, I was over the moon. I don't want to say the dream was to come to the MLS, but my wish, my goal was just to come and to discover the MLS. Very happy to be here.
As always, great to spend some time with you. Join us again next time on LAFC Weekly, presented by CarMax. Until then, signing off from the LAFC Performance Center, I am Max Bretos.
That one off of Oscar Jaret Ortega. Can't clear it. Juarez in big trouble now. Vela! Oh, Carlitos!